3 in a row. Yes. This is going to be a bit of a different episode. I want to see if I can make this kind of more of a chill episode because I got some waffling. Got a bit of waffling on deck. I've actually got something that I want to talk about. We are going to carry on with the series. I think the next thing I'm supposed to look at is the Apache Prime. I've actually been really excited to try this thing, so I'm not going to cover it today because I want to sort of cover this in an episode where I can actually pay attention. So I was thinking we could do one of the supports, couldn't we? You could do one of these ones. Could do a banana farm, do like Banana Central. I mean, how about Banana Central? Let's do Banana Central. Let's do one of the farms. Why not? I'm gonna pick a real easy map as well. We're doing resort, honestly. I know I did this in a recent episode, but I don't care. And also, it just occurred to me that Sauda could go like right in here. Little spot there was like carbon cut out just for you. That is perfect. I'm just gonna leave her to it. Yeah, just kind of want to do a bit of a chill episode. Want to talk about a couple of things. I'm not even really sure how to introduce this. I don't really speak on other creators. It's just not. I tend to just kind of mind my business, just do my thing, make my shitty videos, and just go about my day. But I had a watch of a video yesterday that I thought was really interesting, actually, and I kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit. I'm sure a lot of you know there's a Clash Royale YouTuber called Ken, and I know a lot of you know him because YouTube has this thing in the analytics. I can actually see the other channels that my audience watches. I can actually see the other channels that you guys watch, and obviously like that chops and changes over time, and it can depend on what I'm playing as well. His name is always there, so I know you motherfuckers watch him. He put out a video recently. I think he was just playing Minecraft, but he talked about a few things in the video which I thought was really interesting, and it was like, it sounded kind of like he was having the same existential crisis that I've had like 1,000 times, and I don't know, it was really interesting to actually be on the kind of the viewer end of that, because I do watch some of his videos. I'll leave a link to the video that I'm talking about in the description. You can go and watch it if you want before this for kind of context, and then come back. And I mean, honestly, just check out the guy in general. Like, his channel is doing insane right now. Probably gonna overtake me in the next couple of weeks. And like, the dude's funny as fuck, so he deserves it. Like, his videos are really good. But he made a video and he just wanted to kind of speak a few things that were on his mind, and I wanted to talk about some of those things because almost all of what he said were things that I've either felt at some point myself or still feel to this day. And one of the things that he kind of mentioned towards the end of his video is he wasn't sure if anyone would be able to kind of relate to what he was saying. And like, dude, I want to just say, like, I get it. Like, so much of that video was almost like watching a reflection of myself in a way, like just some of the things that I've had playing on my mind over the years, and like some of the things, like I said, I still like struggle with now. I'll talk about a few of them. The first thing was he was talking about how he feels like his YouTube channel was the most meaningful thing that he's ever going to create, and it feels like the only thing in his life that makes sense. I fucking feel that. That's something that I still feel pretty much every single day. Like, this YouTube channel is without a doubt the most meaningful thing I've ever created, and it's also, it sounds kind of stupid to say. This actually feels like the only time, like when I'm making these videos, when this is the only time I actually feel like I'm in my element. Milking a game about plants and zombies that no one plays anymore, or popping off over monkeys popping balloons with darts. That's me. That's my element. And the irony is, like, what I do in both of these games isn't even, like, remotely impressive. Like, I'm 6 years late to this game. I'm very slowly working my way through level 5 towers that everyone else has already played like 100 times over. Still barely know what I'm doing. I've been playing Garden Warfare 2 literally since it came out, and I'm still like, yeah, sure, I can drop a 20 bomb against a lobby full of scrubs, but like, put me against a team of halfway decent players, I can't do shit. And put me against one of them sweaty cosmic players, like, I'm extra fucked. I'm just sitting there like, I get my ass kicked every time. So it's like, what I'm doing isn't even impressive. And yet, this still feels like the only time. Like, when I'm sitting here doing this, it feels like the only time that I'm actually doing something meaningful. And that probably sounds proper pathetic. That's got to sound so tragic. But he made a point about, you know, he doesn't really get excited about anything else. And I kind of feel the same in a lot of ways. Like, this, I don't really get excited about anything else in my life. I mean, like, I do have other things that I do, and I'm, like, making an effort to try and do other things as well. I could probably touch a bit more grass, but, like, I do touch a little bit. Very, very small amount. But, like, to tell you the honest truth, like, I forget I have to actually use that to take out the leads. Can I just say, Sauda is cleaning house right now. I haven't even put anything else down. I probably should. I should probably think about, we could just put this guy down. We could just work towards an MAD or something like that. Get the focus firing so we don't have Stormtrooper aim. We've got to aim it about there. And that's good. Okay. I'll get down some farms in a bit and we'll start working towards the Banana Central. Like, yeah, sure, I have other things that I do, but I really don't have other things that I kind of get excited about. Like, I feel like this is me. I feel like this is what I do. This is my purpose. This is my thing. This is the only thing in my life that makes sense. Like, you know me, I do this waffling thing as well. I'm sure some of you have seen at least some of those random videos that I've made, the tea times. I just pour my heart out on camera and just sit there waffling on about nothing. It's funny, every single time I make one of those videos, I always dread posting it because, like, I watch the video and I'm sitting there like, no one gives a fuck about any of this. But then I actually post it and the reception is always like so wholesome. People are always like so nice about it. Like, I gotta confess, I don't always enjoy reading through the comments because as much as there are nice things in the comments, there are like just as many brain dead things that just kind of make you think like, oh, why did I even read this? But anytime I've ever done one of those videos, like reading through the comments on those videos has always been like so wholesome and it's always just been like so nice. And it was kind of nice to see Ken get a similar kind of reception when he did it as well. I'm surprised how easily we did that. Let's start getting farms down. We need to start working our way towards this Banana Central. Yeah, it was nice to see his video get the same kind of reception, but like, yeah, the thing about like YouTube being the only thing in your life that makes sense, like I get that 100%. The second thing I want to talk about is he made a point about like feeling isolated, and it kind of comes back to my point about how you can fall into a trap of this being a bit like Groundhog Day. I think a lot of us who do this are guilty of kind of, unfortunately, it's kind of a necessity if you really want to push yourself at something and you really want to chase something and try and succeed at something. No one really tells you that it's a lonely road, and you do kind of have to isolate yourself a bit to be able to do that. Like, if you want to really push yourself at something, you can't half-ass it. But he was talking about how he kind of feels like a lot of the time he feels a bit isolated and it's just kind of him and his own thoughts. That's something I still get to this day, and it's funny, this is going to be kind of confession time. Most of the time whenever I boot up like a random live stream, like a public live stream, and I'm just sort of sitting there chatting, it's normally because I'm actually just sitting there that evening and I'm just like craving some kind of human interaction. Like, I'm a thinker, like I often have a lot of things on my mind, things that I would actually love to sort of sit and talk about and discuss with people, but I'm like on my own. And it's weird because you wouldn't think, I think a lot of people would look at us as content creators, especially those of us who have like a decent following, and you would think isolation is the last thing that we would have to deal with, because like you got all these people following you and you got all these people supporting you, and it's like, yeah, you have, but you would be surprised. You would be surprised at how isolated you can feel doing this, despite, you know, the obvious nature of how it all is. I don't even know if I'm making a point here. I will confess, a lot of the time I boot up those live streams and I'm just sitting there talking, it's actually because I feel isolated sometimes, and like I just want to sit and talk. I just want to like interact with people, even if it's through a live stream chat. Like, it's better than nothing. And it's quite easy we can slip into a trap where we end up not doing that because we're so focused on just like trying to get out content. And also what you have to understand is like, yeah, we have followers, yeah, we have supporters, but it's quite a surface level kind of thing. Like, I know I have a lot of people who support my content and they like my videos and they kind of like me as a person. Well, I say that, you don't really know me as a person. Like, you kind of know what I've shown you, and then the rest is like how I make you feel. You're more familiar with the idea of me than actually me as a person. You know Wolfy Playz, you don't know Cameron, you don't know the guy behind it all. I tend to shy away these days from making those kind of tea time videos and talking about like how I'm feeling and what's on my mind and like what's going on with me, because I think my mindset is like, well, none of you know me, so like, why should you give a fuck? Like, why should you care? Which is, I know that's not true. I know a lot of you do care, but I'm just kind of, I guess, trying to explain the mindset of why I hesitate on it. Like, why am I pouring my heart out on camera? And another thing is, I understand that I'm in a very fortunate position. I'm in a very, I fucking hate this word, I'm in a very privileged position. I don't want to come across like I'm complaining, but at the same time, I'm also human. I also, you know, feel a lot of things myself. You know, we all have our own hang-ups and insecurities, and we all have days where we're not, you know, you can have the best life in the world, and you're still going to wake up some days, and you're just not going to be feeling it. You're just going to feel like shit, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you're depressed or that something's wrong. Like, you're just human. That is just a very normal human thing. Like, to just feel down. Like, it's a normal human emotion. But I have this mental block where where I kind of shove it to one side because I'm like, well, I'm very, very grateful for the position I'm in. And I know that I'm in a position that so many people would kill to be in. The last thing I want to do is come across like I'm whining about it. My point is that we are often guilty, and I know I'm definitely guilty of isolating myself, either because I'm too hyper-focused on doing this, or I isolate myself from like sharing my thoughts and feelings with other people because nobody wants to hear this. Like, you are my viewers, you are my supporters. I don't like calling you fans. I don't like that word. You support my work, you like my work, but it's like I have this thing where I think you don't want to hear what's going on with me. You just want to, you just want to see the next video. I'm a clown. I'm a court jester. It's almost like a kind of, well, just stay in your lane and just do your thing. But I don't know. It's a mental block that I still struggle with, and I'm still like, I am getting better with it, but I'm still working at sort of trying to overcome that. So that's another thing, like the isolation side of things. Like I get it, 100%. I get it. The context I'm talking about may not be the same context that you were talking about, but that's just kind of been my own struggle. Dude, I completely forgot I had a tea. I'm gonna go heat this up. Dude, it costs 124,000 to get this thing. That is expensive. Ready? Missile madness. One of them ones. Probably didn't need to do that at all. Looks cool though. The last point I want to go over is he'll be hesitant to post sometimes because he worries about like he'll be worried about if he's like in a certain mood on a certain day, and or like, will this video that I've made be as good as the last one, and just worrying about like all sorts of stuff like that. Now, dude, let me tell you, if I had a PhD in anything, it would be overthinking shit like that. Oh my god, dude. I can't tell you the number of times I've like either redone a video, sometimes even multiple times, or just like deleted a video and not posted it for like just some nonsensical reason. Like, it's almost like when I sit down to make a video, I almost envisage in my head how I want the video to look, and then if it doesn't end up looking like that, my brain just short circuits and I'm just suddenly like, oh no, I can't post that. Like, dude, I swear to god. And like, honestly, dude, for some of the dumbest reasons as well, like if the vibe seems a little bit off, like I worry about things like, oh, have I used the right amount of music? Is it fast paced enough? Is it engaging enough? If I used enough fart sounds? Just stupid shit that like realistically no one actually cares about. Like, I know at the end of the day people just want to watch me play games, but it's like my brain like just can't get over that hurdle of just worrying about that. I mean, I think my Tourette's probably makes that a lot worse as well. I have this thing, obviously I edit my videos in a very specific way. I think we probably want to get someone else down actually. Hold on, let me put down a I want to put down a druid. Hold on. I'll put down a druid right there because I was told that when he gets the ability at Jungle's Bounty and Spirit of the Forest, if he has banana farms in his radius, he actually gets more from that. I didn't know that, so thank you, comments, for pointing that one out for me. Also, he normally gets 320 from the ability. Now it's 710 just for putting him somewhere different. I'll take it. I edit my videos a very specific way, and if you've ever wondered why I edit my videos the way that I do, there's two reasons. First is I actually just like the kind of cut commentary style. I've always liked the kind of jump cut style of videos. I just like how it makes the video flow. But the second reason is there is so much shit that I have to cut out of every single video just so I don't look like a Fruit Loop. Like, I'm twitching all over the place like a motherfucker. I have this thing as well. I have this tick where I'll say something and it doesn't sound quite right in my head. So I'll repeat myself again and 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 again. And I will keep on repeating myself until it sounds right in my head. Sometimes like 20 or 30 times. And then the funniest thing is I'll go back through and edit the video. I'll listen to all 30 times that I said whatever it was, and it sounds exactly the same every single time. It's so stupid, but I do it like in every single video literally every single video I make, without fail, I do it. I've probably done it like without even realizing in this video at some point. And I've had times where I think I've got to just scrap the video now. I've done it too much. Spirit of the Forest, gimme. I have times where I think I've just done it too much now. I've just ruined the video. And then I end up just stressing myself out, and then the tics get worse, and then it's just like downhill from there. Like, my brother in Christ, I have not posted videos for like some of the dumbest most nonsensical reasons ever. Oh, dude, just so many stupid little things. And it's like, I know I'm the only person that it bothers as well. Like, between, like, me and everyone watching the video, I know I'm the only one who actually cares. But it's like, yeah, dude, it just bothers me so much. And, like, I would do the same thing as well with, like, the vibe. Like, if I make a video and I'm, like, worried that, oh, this video isn't going to be as good as my last one, like, I then don't want to post it. The reality of the situation is you're not going to make your best video every single time. You are not going to play your best every single week. Like, you're just not. Like, you're human. You're not a robot. You're not an android. It's like there was an image that represented this really well. I'll see if I can find the image. If not, I'll see if I can recreate it to kind of show you, like, or illustrate what I'm talking about. About, like, what consistently turning up what we think it looks like versus what it actually looks like. But yeah, dude, like, I've done the same thing so many times over. Like, I've either been late posting a video, or I've not posted a video, or I've redone a video over, like, honestly, some of the dumbest things, because I'm just... I really get in my own head, and I worry about, like, oh, you know, people going to see this video and think, oh, this one wasn't as good as the last one, man, I don't want to watch this guy anymore. Like, the reality of the situation is, you got to just be realistic and cut yourself some slack as well. Like, at the end of the day, I know a lot of you who watch these videos, you just want to watch me play games, and you just kind of want to watch me for me, and I really appreciate that. I wish I could convince my own brain sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Ken, pretty much everything that you said was, like, really hit home, and it was kind of... I don't necessarily want to say it was refreshing to watch, because obviously I don't like the idea that, like, other people are struggling with this as well, but at the same time, it was kind of refreshing to sort of think, like, wow, I'm not the only person who struggles with this. Honestly, go check him out. If you enjoy my videos, honestly, you probably enjoy his videos as well, and he's absolutely killing it right now. As far as this Banana Central, we're not far off it now. I'm not even sure how I'm really going to kind of measure. I tell you what we could do. I want to get an MAD. I want to get a Shadow Bunyip. Let me wait until I've got just enough to get the Banana Central, and then let's see how quickly I can get the MAD after. Let's see how many rounds it takes me to get to the MAD. So let's upgrade the middle one to Banana Central. Hell of a design. It actually now seems to be buffing the other two in some way. I don't know how. It didn't really say. It just says... you want banana? We have banana. It's not very descriptive. Let's slow this down so we can actually see, like, how much money is coming out of this thing. I'm like, what are those numbers gonna be saying by the end? So we got 488. Did we just get 1,500 from that? 1,500 quid from what? Nah, there's no way one box just gave us that much. Dude, are you serious? We're already at 40,000. What the hell? Why? We're getting money so quick. Mate, we are minted. We are actually minted. We're about to get a Shadow Bunyip now. So now you lot can just sod off. Order has been restored. The only thing there is left for us to do, I guess, is just play up to around 100. And then just see. It's already made 100,000. In fact, here's what I'll do. Let me get rid of all of them. I don't think I've ever had that much money in this game. We're going to set up two. Side by side. Banana Central. And then this one can just be a research facility. And now they're both on 0. So now we can really get a true comparison. And we can see... we've got 10 rounds left. We're just going to get through the last 10 rounds and then compare the two at the end. I'm honestly kind of excited to see, like, how much money this thing makes. It's 98, 99, BAD, and it's gone. Done deal. So in 10 rounds, the research facility made 24,000. Banana Central made 78,000. Jesus Christ. That is absurd. So yeah, this has just been kind of a bit of a different episode, I guess. I don't know how much of that actually made sense and how much of it was just incoherent waffle, but I'm going to post this. No matter what. I'm saying this right now to editing Playz. No matter how fucked up this video is, post it. I'm going to make a point to myself. What are we saying on Banana Central? I mean, dude, I made so much money just then. I'll give it 4. Solid 4 out of 5. Never had so much money. That's going to be it for today. Thank you for joining me for another episode of The Monkey! It doesn't really hit the same in the outro. I forgot to do it in the intro, so it is what it is. See you next time.